Hey everyone, welcome back. This is a continuation of the part that I posted yesterday, and I had to put a bit of an odd split in this one, so I don't do the whole normal introduction kind of thing where I recap what happened in the last episode. So if you want to get an idea of what was going on, go take a look at the previous part. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so I'm back, and here we are at the start of the next turn. Looks like they're attacking me here. It's just fine, I can deal with that, no problem. Before we do that, let's go ahead and upgrade these crossbows into line infantry. Do you have a couple Naginata, which are quite strong? Okay, manual battle. And we want all of our conscripts on the front line here, since they are direct fire. And you don't want anything down there. We want our units up on the high ground. There we go. And obviously I don't have any districts or anything down there. So let's see how this goes. These Varangians still have insane combat strength. Like, they're still competitive with my line infantry, and the Naginata have more combat strength than my line infantry. But with my defenses here, with the fortification, I should be able to hold this off without any real issue. So I'm going to use this guy because this is the only target he can shoot at. And then these two can go for the Varangian in the city here. I'll use him for the same. Okay, Naginata's dead. So I can use this guy to perhaps fire on the Varangians there. And then I'll cycle him out and move this next elephant up and do the same thing. And then I'll go for the Varangians with these guys because I do the most damage, and they should die if they attack on the next round. Thankfully, this mortar is really not that big of an issue. Alright. Nothing special going on here, so I don't really feel the need to commentate on it. Move our elephant out. Want to block with some conscript so they don't get the Naginata up to it. And we'll kill him. Alright. Easy battle. Between the defenses and having guns, that should be an easy battle. But I was a little nervous, I'll admit. Okay, and they still only have draftees, so they're pretty... Actually, yeah, they only have draftees, which is what? Yeah, centralized power. So they're still kind of far behind in tech, even though they have train stations. The AI tend to take a very strange tech path. I'm going to put these guys right up on the front because there is a forest that will block line of sight anyway. So even if I put them back here, the line infantry will not be able to shoot anything. Alright. I'm going to use these ones that are on equal ground here to try to take them down. I'd like to get a unit in here, just like that. And, okay, perfect. So if you're inside the fortification, they're no longer getting the fortification defensive benefit. Then we can just move all these line infantry up, take out these draftees. Now I believe, I don't know if it's in the beta or if it's live now, minimum damage has been slightly reduced, so it used to be 525, and I think it's 5 to 20 now. Yeah, these guys aren't quite low enough that they would do minimum damage to me. But anyway, so hopefully that helps resolve the issue a little bit, where like draftees will charge out and just murder one of your units, but we'll see. Okay, so that's one city. And my war support's going to increase massively because I took the tenet that gives me war support from battles. So I can pretty much go to war with minimum war support and not have to worry about things at all. Okay, I do need more food in here. I have a lot of slots I'm going to have to fill. Let's keep building market quarters. Let's fill in this whole area over here. There's really nothing special going on in this spot. So it's a good spot for market quarters or science quarters if that's what I were building. Can I build a manufactory on that? No. Okay. I was like, oh, I have a manufactory. Is this the only one in the world? Yeah, it is. So I guess the AI built one there. All right. Not too bad of industry, considering I don't think I've taken any builder cultures this game, right? No, I did take the Khmer. So, could be better, I suppose. I don't have, like, a ton of pop in this city, so the berets aren't, like, super amazing. But still, 62 production and 16 food on one district. It's not too bad. Let's see. Artisan's Workshop will give me 16 production per turn for much cheaper than building a new district. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I lose the food there, right? I have 198 food in that city. Okay. These guys aren't going to declare war on me, are they? They might. Well, I think I need to push down in this direction, right? This territory in here is sort of my primary obstacle. If I break the blue player in that area, then the game's pretty much over for them, I think. I don't know what it is about the AI, but they absolutely love building train stations. Which also means they tend to pollute a fair bit. Okay, I'm going to let these guys heal. If I run into another stack of Rangians out in the field, I am going to need it. Ooh. Wow. Okay, they have a lot of units there. Go ahead and reinforce this battle. Yeah, those guys are all waiting. Could, no, don't quite have enough. Alright. Manual battle. I'm going to... Okay. So, like, all these great swords are just going to camp out in the back. They're really not going to do much for me here other than immediately die. So, I'm going to let my conscripts take the first hits in combat here. Thankfully, I do have a lot of them. One of the unspoken benefits of the Romans Legacy trait, that +1 unit slot that you get, is that it means you also get +1 city defenders, assuming you have the population to support that. Do not want my line infantry on the front line there. Okay. See what they do. Unfortunately, they seem to be benefiting from a city down here, some walls, which is going to make them hard to kill. It's going to make it hard to kill some of their units. This is going to be a fairly big battle that's going to roll over several turns. I wouldn't mind having some more units to come reinforce that battle. I think there's a possibility I need it. Also, they're blocking off production in the city right now, which is super annoying because the battlefield's so big. Okay, my turn. Definitely want to go for the ones out in the field here. And unfortunately, my firing line is not as good as theirs. They have more of a concave, so they can shoot with more units than I can on each turn. Bring this guy up. They're not benefiting from dug in yet, so I'm doing a decent amount of damage. Okay. Time to bring in my indirect fire support. There's a reason these guys are really nice to keep around. Move these guys out of the way so I have some more tiles to work with here. And then we'll just move them out of the way and bring in another group. And then one more group. Not doing a lot of damage, but every little bit counts. This is one of my few advantages, is that I have indirect fire and they do not. So I need to abuse this little corner here in order to shoot their units as much as possible. Then let's get this line infantry in the fight as well. Okay, we're just going to move all the great swords all the way back up here. We do not want to use them at all. They're all high veterancy, so it's worth keeping them around so that I can upgrade them later. Okay. River is going to be a challenge here. Kind of a bad spot to enter. Oh. Okay, they have units over there. I can't say I was expecting that. But I have to deal with that now. Alright, so I guess I'm keeping these units over on this side. See, everyone who has direct fire that can fire has done so already. Alright. Wow, that was a lot of damage. What in the world? How do they have 52 combat strength? My god. I don't think I win this fight over here. I need to move these units. Like, as long as they're inside the city, I do not win that fight. And where is it? I'm going to cancel this. This was a choice that was forced on me. I'm going to get professional soldiers. I'm also going to pick up land rights while I'm in here. That'll give me some extra growth in all my cities. And also move me along an axis that will get me some more, whatever it's called, some more influence. Okay. So I want to focus out these Naginata with my indirect fire. There we go. And then start playing the shuffle game here again. Alright. Guess I need to move these guys like all the way over here if they want to be safe. Okay. And I need to start retreating these guys. I think these ones are fine up here, because I have 2 of them versus their 1. But the rest of them, they have sort of a concave fire position on me. And they just have better terrain overall for this fight. I'm going to keep this conscript here, because they can't get into the city even if it dies, and I don't mind taking casualties on this city. There's more than enough food to replenish quickly. So I just want my conscripts to wear them down before I start throwing my line infantry in. Just have to decide if I want to continue to attack with these guys. This one in particular is pretty vulnerable, but he is dug in, so he's getting +10 on defense. So I think I'm going to keep him here. And let's see if I can make use of my remaining Don Vigaja. Okay. Move him out back over here. Let's see. I want to test. Okay. Because right now there's no indication if move and fire units have shot or not, other than targeting a unit. So if it says the target is not within range of your unit's current position, that means you can, still move and shoot someone. Whereas this thing says your unit cannot attack this round, means they have already shot. What I can do is move one down over here, and he shot already this round. But, let's see. So start making use of this position to start plinking away at some of their defenses. Could do it here too. So this one hasn't shot yet, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll move him here. So got to make creative use of my indirect fire in this fight. This fight's going to take a while. They have so many units that are all like mega buffed up. Okay, so there goes a conscript, which is fine. That's what's going to happen. Wait, how are they firing? They're only one elevation of... Oh, because this one is an elevation above it, I think. I don't know. They shouldn't be able to shoot over these guys, is what I'm confused about. Because they're only one terrain above them. Anyway, let's continue hitting those musketeers there. And thank God they don't have trench warfare yet, because otherwise they'd be getting a dug-in bonus, and this would pretty much be impossible to kill these units. Cycle these Don Vigaja in here. And what I should be doing is bringing these guys up so they give some adjacency bonuses to my other units. Okay. Got one. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. This unit is liable to die this turn. I didn't think he'd use quite that much movement. And let's bring my indirect fire units over here. This is really ideal for these Don Vigaja, right? Where I can use their indirect fire to just continue to do damage. This is super low health. I'm going to go ahead and move this one out and bring in a new set of conscripts. They won't have dug in, but that's okay. They should survive. They don't have nearly as many units over here as they did before. This guy shoot anyone? No. Go ahead and take out that musketeer. I could move this guy up to try to draw some fire for my elephant, and I think I'm going to do that. I'd really prefer to keep this guy alive. Indirect fire is super valuable here, and so is the move and fire. And we'll see the resolution. Well, that combat is probably going to go the maximum number of turns. So hopefully that goes in my favor. Pretty big battle. Still a little ways behind on fame, but I'm not worried about catching up, to be honest. It's pretty normal for the AI to be somewhat ahead on fame at this point in the game. Not always. There will be games where you're... Okay, there goes my elephant. There will be games where you are ahead at this point, but every once in a while the AI does explode. I have seen them hit like 12k fame at turn 100 or so. it's it can be fairly difficult to catch up in those kind of games. But thankfully they don't happen too often. Or, you know, perhaps unfortunately, depending on your point of view, if you're looking for much harder games. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and take out another set of musketeers there. Move these guys back again. These musketeers have proven extremely resilient. Finally kill them though. We'll just continue holding the line right here. So, one thing I didn't realize and was not a conscious decision on my part, these woods that I'm standing in, they have to be adjacent in order to see me in the woods. So I can fire on them, and these units hide again, and they can't return fire unless they move up. So the only unit they can fire on right now is that line infantry. I need to be more cognizant of utilizing woods in battles sometimes. It's not something I pay that much attention to, but I really should, because it makes a big difference. Okay, so all right, fire on that howitzer. Can you shoot him? Yes, you can. And let's move my line infantry up. See if we can take out that howitzer this turn. There we go. Cycle these units back and bring up these last two elephants to shoot from here. This is why indirect fire is so darn valuable. In case you didn't know already. Let's go ahead and take my free shots. Cycle my elephant down. So I am in a pretty good position to win this fight at this point. Taken out a fair few number of their units. I think I mentioned this in the last episode, but I'm really surprised at how well the Ancestor is doing. This is just one of the default personalities, and they really don't have that much that, you know, buffs their game. So maybe they just got like a lucky start. It's very possible. Sometimes, you know, you will do way better just based on the luck of the territories you start with and the different luxuries that you have access to in particular makes a big difference. I could start moving units up and get more shots, but there's really no reason to do that. And over here, we will just keep abusing the AI. Oh, shoot. I already moved him this turn. I thought I hadn't. Might lose another elephant there due to my own incompetence. Okay. This one science per pop would be good. Academy would also be very good. 39 science is also very good. Let's get a couple more research quarters, and then we can start on the academy. And then we also want the inventor's workshop. We want the academy in here. Mykeene. Do we have the gold infrastructure? Let's grab a bank and get our gold working. I anticipate this being a lower scoring game than I typically get. If you've seen my other games, you know, I usually end in the neighborhood of like 22,000 fame or so. This will probably be a lower game than that. My elephant survived! Okay, I'm gonna stop using this one in case I screw up again. just keep camping in this spot. Happy with that. I love the idea of ballista shooting across mountains. I think if Amplitude is going to nerf the Khmer, which they probably will, Landraiser is kind of an issue that breaks the game in general right now across all builder cultures. That needs to be removed entirely and reworked into something else. But if you want to nerf the Khmer specifically, I think one of the best ways to do that is actually by removing indirect fire from the Danvigaja and making them a direct fire unit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move some units out here. What is that? An arquebus? No. Where are my line infantry? Do I have any line infantry down here other than this one? Let me just look at them. I don't think I do. Except this guy. Okay. Go ahead and move him out. Should be pretty safe over here at this point. And then conscripts can move and fire as well. Get some vision. Yeah, it looks like the last unit on this side. So everyone else is running around up here somewhere. Okay, so they're just camping out. I'm just going to set up a firing line in this area over here in case they decide they want to show their pretty faces. And these sort of concave areas are great where the enemy has limited space because it means you can bring more guns to bear than they can. Oops, I should have shot that musketeer down there. Okay. Wow, that howitzer has a lot of range. I didn't realize they could shoot quite that far. I've never actually used the howitzers. They're just at a bit of an inconvenient spot on the tech tree. So I never end up actually utilizing them. I'm going to bring the Danvigaja up here just in case I need them for something. But I think at this point, it's just a matter of ending turns. I don't really want to push in here. And they are disabling, like, one of their core cities' production. I do have a couple city production queues disabled as well, but I can deal with that pretty easily, because these sort of 3 cities over here are really my cores. Alright. I'm going to move people off food now. I have plenty coming in, and let's get more money rolling. Should really do here is, see, I don't really have enough industry to build line infantry, but let's get some more industry, and then what I can do is hopefully take advantage of this city to build some line infantry and just sort of spread out to some of these other cities in this war. Okay, see what we got. Yeah, they're just not really doing anything at this point. They're lost and confused, which is how I prefer my opponents. Ah, they can see this guy, so he's taking a little bit of a beating. Let's just move him back. I don't really need him there anymore. Just take whatever free units we can, but this one's just a matter of running out the turn timer. Really don't want to push into this fortified position where they have artillery support. 2 more techs to 3-star my scientist stars. Not too far from my agrarian stars either, to be perfectly honest. Would like to get top Cappy built soon as well. Okay, there's combustion engine. Let's see, do I have oil? I do have 1. I need 2 for siege artillery. I do have 2. Let's prioritize the oil. Got lucky on my spawns there, but I knew I had a bunch of unaccessed strategics, right? I had a bunch of question marks in my territory, and there were only so many left. Only so many possible strategics left. So it's pretty likely I had at least 1 oil. If you just want to hang out there, Naginata, that would be great. Thank you very much. And we'll just do some damage here. Are they bringing in more units? No. Okay. I've killed a lot of units. They've killed 2 conscripts and an elephant. So, pretty good trade on this fight. Even though they have higher combat strength units. Okay, last round. Thankfully this battle will be over. Okay. So what I may as well do is move some units up to take pot shots at this guy, because the battle resolves at the end of this round anyway. Okay. Just to do a little bit of extra damage to their health. So, how much time... I haven't researched siege artillery yet, right? I need 3 more turns on that. Okay, I have a bunch of units running around here now, which is enough to make me nervous. I don't think they coalesce and attack my city here, but it is possible. I'm going to go ahead and get a line infantry in here. Should probably get 2, to be honest. My gold income is improving as I build out some more market quarters, and that's being helped along by the religious tenant that I picked, as well as some gemstones that I have, which is really nice. Okay. Go ahead and upgrade these great swords. And we'll upgrade one of these as well. Swap these arquebuses in here. Swap that line infantry in here. And then we'll start pushing forward with this guy. Aha, they are attacking me. There is a real possibility I lose this battle, now that they have musketeers here. But I do have a decent terrain advantage, given that I'm in a fortified position. And I have pretty solid high ground up here. I feel like I should have another conscript, but I do not. Ah, here it is. Okay. I'm gonna put an elephant on this side. And thankfully I start dug in. Wow, they're doing a lot of damage to me for my units being dug in. Maybe it's not actually applying until next turn. Okay. So we want to focus fire as much as possible. I can bring a lot of guns to bear on that guy right here. So I'm going to go for him first. Ooh. I do need to take out that howitzer. if at all possible, but yeah, we'll start using indirect fire on that howitzer. I do need to kill it because it's going to remove my dug-in status. And I should be thinking about trying to reinforce that battle, I think. Let's see, if I move up this way, I'll still heal next round because I'll still be in friendly territory. So this is the point in the game where they just have unlimited units for all time. Nice. Meditate often, which I had seen that. That would have applied to my conscripts on that first round of combat there. But hey, it is what it is. And do we have 9 turns on that? Seems a little excessive. We do need more industry in here. I'm not building things fast enough at the moment. Alright, let's end our round. Get a little bit more combat strength from Meditate Often now. And actually, what I should have been doing... Where is it? +3 combat strength on Militia. See, did that apply? Yeah, so you can apply that mid-battle, which is very interesting, even when it's the enemy's turn. Okay. Go ahead and get these musketeers. They do have the dug-in status now, which means they have gotten trench warfare, I believe is the tech that gives you that. I want to take this howitzer out because artillery removes your dug-in status. So should be able to finish him off next turn. This guy is likely to die. Where do I do the most damage? Doesn't matter. We'll focus on this guy here. It's a very good thing this city has such good terrain. Like, I'm almost exclusively on high ground. Without it, I'd be in a fair bit of trouble. There we go. I'll need to move this down Vigaja, I think, because this musketeer will just annihilate it. So let's move him over here. Go after the howitzer with my indirect fire. Shoot him there. Okay, so that is 1 dead artillery piece. And I think everyone's fired at this point. Yep. Alright, so we'll resume that on the next turn. And honestly, I think I have that fight under control. So let's head down this way and start working on cities. That's going to be hard to break. We want to attack from up here, I think. They have a lot of units in here, so we're going to need high ground advantages as much as possible. Okay. Gonna lose my dug-in status, but this guy currently is not useful to me because he can't shoot at anyone. Go for these guys here. And I don't want to move these guys because otherwise I lose dug-in. Can move a unit back here for indirect fire now that I have them surrounded again. Get slightly more combat strength against that musketeer there, so we'll go ahead and take that attack. Move you back so you don't get shot. And lower combat strength right there. And continue working on that musketeer. Please kill him. Nice. Excuse me. Okay, move you here. Start working on the next musketeer there. Yeah. So I'm gonna do a little bit of unit cycling here, get as much damage on this musketeer as possible. Reasonably sure I have this under control at this point. I'm gonna lose a fair few conscripts. Okay. It's the only unit this guy can shoot at, so we'll use him first. Same story with these guys, though, but what can you do? Oh, I can shoot him there, nice. Cycle the elephant again. This guy already attacked. We'll keep him where he is. Public evolution. Neither of those are really necessary. Where is artistic ownership? I really want this Academy of Arts. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, because that'll... I can build that and increase my influence output very substantially with the number of research quarters that I have in some of my cities. So we'll pick that up. These units would join as reinforcements if I take that attack, so this battlefield would expand. Okay, let me move my units, please. Okay, I can upgrade those guys to machine guns now, but I would prefer to retain the indirect fire that the elephants have, so I'm not going to upgrade them. Right now, you know, there isn't enough up the front line to really make use of indirect fire. I'm just going to keep everyone where they are. They all have the dug-in effect. And especially if they do something stupid like that, I can punish them. And musketeers can't fire after moving, so... Now, the one benefit that the machine guns would have is that my elephants can't get dug in. And that actually goes for the Siamese Gatling elephant as well. It's the one disadvantage it has relative to a normal machine gun is that it can't get dug in. So they're trying to go for my flag here and suiciding a bunch of units to do it. Okay, gotta move a guy here. Very efficient trading happening there, considering the circumstances. And let's see. You can wait. If I'm gonna take a fight here, I at least want my armies like up on this terrain. And could go for urban planning. I will need that city cap. How am I doing on my stars? Just need one more for my agrarian. Getting pretty close to my aesthete star as well. And even the merchant star might be doable. How long would it take to build siege artillery? 3 turns? 2 turns here, though. Let's get a couple of these. I do want a little bit of artillery. Still running around with Hunnic hordes. Okay, dude. I mean, he is pretty far behind, so I get it. You use what units you have, right? Okay, he's retreating into the city. Okay, if I take the fight here, okay, I can deploy up on that high ground, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and take this. They're going to have a lot of reinforcements. Okay, they're sallying out. So, elephants in the back here. I want to concentrate our forces up in this area as much as possible. Don't want this weird line of units heading down that way. Something like that should be fine. So because they are the ones... Wow, those howitzers did a lot of damage. Because they're the ones sallying out, I am perfectly fine just kind of staying where I am. They might also manage to kill this unit if they manage to suicide enough draftees. Should be too bad because that is a 3-star unit. But at least I take a lot of guys with me. Okay. So I need to remove these artillery units. Do I have fire? Yeah, I can shoot from there. Let's go ahead and back him up. Can't really make use of my Don Vigaja against those units because of the terrain. So I'm going to cycle them against the Naginata. Really the only unit I can use them against at the moment. And the Naginata can't get dug in because they're because of the type of unit that they are. So they don't have like major defensive bonuses here. Doing almost no damage with each of these attacks, but want to use all my units to their fullest extent. Okay, let's back these guys up. And target the line infantry, definitely the bigger threat. Okay, I can't shoot those ones, but I can shoot the draftees there, which seems a little bit odd to me. And let's move a line infantry down here. Let's move these guys up, and we'll move these guys here. Want to provide some combat adjacency bonuses to all my units. Go ahead and end the round. Where's that second howitzer? I feel like it's shooting me, but I don't know where it is. Alright, I have this battle. So I'm going to move off my flag again, because it seems to bait these units into coming after it. Just like that. And because they're musketeers, they cannot move and shoot. Alright. Then just keep hammering them. Same old, same old. And let's see what we have here. Alright. Let's finish this howitzer off. Thing's got to die. Okay. Wasn't too bad. And now I can start using these elephants against musketeers. I want to put them on this ground as much as possible. I want to move them far back. I want to cycle every single elephant through that position because I have high ground relative to the musketeers. Whereas down here I'm on equal terrain. So hopefully between all these elephants I can kill them. If not, I'll have to use a shot from one of my line infantry. That was a nice solid hit there. Not quite enough. Alright, pretty low damage hit on that last one. We'll use these guys so I don't waste my high ground benefits here. Let's see. Okay, that's the only target you can shoot at the moment. So you can shoot there. I'm going to move up. Still on the high ground here. Move up here. I do lose my dug in, but I think it's a very low chance I actually lose that unit this round. We'll go ahead and take out those draftees. So this is, normally at this point in the game, I am rolling over enemies with my far more powerful armies. It's kind of nice that that's not happening, to be honest. Alright. So I have money stuff mostly in here. So let's continue with that. Need to increase my money output. Working on siege artillery. I really need more industry in here. Might be a case for taking the Siamese in the next era. I think that's probably my best pick given my current situation. Okay, end my round. Yeah, I don't know where this other howitzer is. But I don't see it shooting me at the moment. It's probably like way down here somewhere. Okay, so time to cycle with the elephants again. Doing a fair bit of damage there. Not so much on that one. Use the units that are closer first because they have more movement to move out of the way again. Whereas the farther units can't move quite as many tiles once they are done cycling. Okay, and that should be a definite kill on this last shot here. Yep, there we go. Alright. Now let's get to work on these musketeers. Don't quite. It's a little too far away. That's okay. Move these guys up, and then I can move them into the city on the next turn. And let's see. We're pretty high health here. Let's move you. And we'll move you as well. Get you onto the river. And finally start pushing in with some of these units. Move them up for combat adjacency. They have a lot of musketeers left, so I do have to be careful, but also, you know, keeping in mind that they're attacking and they can't move and shoot with their musketeers. As soon as they have line infantry, I have to be a lot more careful. Could upgrade one of these to machine guns. I'm gonna wait and see if I pick the Siamese, because then I'll have Gatling elephants rather than machine guns to upgrade to. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's move these line infantry away so I have somewhere to utilize these zombie Gaja. Same thing as usual. Using the closer units first. Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. Might not be able to use all of them here, depending on how much movement this guy has. Okay, I should be good. With a little bit of luck, I'll kill this guy. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Nope, not happening. Alright. Well. Shoot him there. Let's get into the city. Yikes. Okay. All of these guys are going to be able to shoot me on their turn. Let's go ahead and try to take these guys out. I have to take a little bit of a risk here to reduce incoming fire on this guy. Okay, there we go. And no, I can't shoot anyone with him. I might have to back this up a bit, to be honest, and let them go back to coming to me. Can't shoot anyone at the moment, which also means he can't be shot, which is good. Okay, let's see how their firing line works. I'm considering backing up again here. But if these guys can't shoot, then I'm okay. Okay, definitely move this guy. Send you all the way back. And can make use of our Don Vigaja right on our flag here. Go for that slightly lower health unit and lower combat strength unit. And after we've used these guys, we'll see how we look in terms of our remaining combat strength on our frontline units. We might need to back up. If I can kill this guy, that would be excellent. Please kill him. Got him. Alright. And now, I should be able to take out these musketeers as well. Unless I get really, really bad rolls. In which case I won't be able to take them out. So instead, yeah, let's move these guys here. They're pretty high health. They can attack. What I could have done is moved these guys right here and attacked, and then moved these guys and attacked, and I would have killed him this round. But that possibility is no longer an option, unfortunately. Just make sure we have someone on the flag. Don't want any funky business where they run out suddenly from some location I wasn't expecting. Okay, so they're back up on that spot again. Definitely kill him. Time to retreat with that unit. Ooh, they have line infantry now. That... Did they always have that? Did they just upgrade that mid-combat? I must have missed that they had line infantry. Okay. I can't really let these guys here be fired on. I'm gonna move some of these guys around and start working on those musketeers there. I might have to pull these guys out. Okay, let's, I don't have anywhere to use my Damvigaja this turn, really. Only one is going to be able to shoot from here. I'm going to pull this guy back up onto high ground. I'm going to leave this guy where he is. And this guy can shoot at the line infantry. They're much lower health. Or much lower combat strength, I should say. Okay. And I think we need to end the episode there, because this one's going on pretty long. So I'll be back next time where we're going to wrap up the early modern era, and we'll see who we pick for the industrial. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time, and we'll wrap up this combat, which will hopefully end in a victory. So thanks for tuning in.